We have a sense of our past, which very few countries have. I mean, I can count those countries on the fingers of one hand, and not too many fingers at that. So, we have, there is a lot that we have which is in us. It's something which is inherited, it's part of our belief system. Nobody needs to teach us that. You actually, in many ways, you pick it up, in your surroundings, in your homes. It is there in our language, in the concepts and metaphors we use. So, how do you actually bring, it's like almost you have tools inside you, but you are not using those tools because your education system or the dominant intellectual stream is replaced it with some external tools. I have nothing against those. I mean, they also add to your capabilities. But how do you bring out those internal, tools and mechanisms and creativity and energies which are inside us and express them? And it's again part of an evolution because, after all 200 years, after a Western dominated world, it is now 80 years since much of Asia and Africa and Latin America regained their independence. And in those 200 years, their own cultures got suppressed. I think your question, how do you make sure this is not anti-Western? I think it's non-Western, and it's important for us to explain to the West that look, there was a period of distortion where the natural diversity of the world was suppressed, and that diversity is now returning, and that diversity doesn't have to be threatening. That diversity will coexist with the West. In many ways, it would actually reinforce a lot of things the West believes in. One example which I cite in one of my books is it was our decision to opt for a democratic political model, which actually made the very idea of democracy as a universal political concept. That had we not gone that way, I think democratic model as we know it would have been actually very, very regional and very narrow. I would say almost a duty or obligation to express our thoughts and our values and our culture and our history. But it can be done in a congenial partnership kind of way, because I think that partnership with the West is important. It is very much a way of how we shape the world.